Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you are all across the globe. Welcome to launch day. Now, a little bit of a difference when it comes to the time of launch day, as it is 7 p.m. here in the UK. No, it's not. It's 6 p.m. here. I'm an hour out. 6 p.m. here in the UK. And it is launch day. And we have got a phenomenal launch for you. So much so, our showstopper has gone 60%. Can you believe it? Only been featured within a little bit, of course. Right, here we go. Showstopper collection. We're going to go over all the details. Showstopper collection, 70% has gone. Do you know what? Before I do anything else, I'm going straight to you, Debbie, because we've both been so excited about this.
Absolutely.
This is bringing something that we've both loved 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yep.
And then we come along and we just throw 2023 at it and the things that you can do with the punches.
Exactly. And that's the thing. What can you do with the punch? That's all I've heard all day. What can you do with the punch? Poor Craig is so out of breath. God love him. Can I just tell you, before we go into the punch talk, he ran from one end of the building to the other. So if he sounds a bit breathless,
that's right.
Yeah, it's because of the charging around he did, God love him, to get here on time, to do this fabulous launch. And it really is, what is it all about? It's a resurgence of a fabulous punch, a corner tool punch, and then some decorative punches to create the most amazing things. And we call them a corner decorative punch. However, I'm going to take you on a little bit of a punch journey. I'm going to show you how to use these. We are going to decorate our gift bags using them in a little quirky way. I love that one. Absolutely fabulous. But these gorgeous decorative corner punches means you can elevate all of your makes and use all of your collections to create these beautiful panels without the use of a die cutting machine, and take them into your fancy folds of your cards and create something a little bit different in terms of how to use your punch and what you can do with the waste. Of course, a lovely little, I mean, they do say small things coming. Wait a minute, good things come in small packages. That would be this beautiful little dinky box. A lovely little gift box that I'm going to show you how you take your corner punch and create your lovely little different mats, and then taking it into fun cards as well. And I've also got a beautiful scrap page lined up, not showing it, sharing it just yet, because it's for our Craigie as well as myself. But yes, these are absolutely incredible. We are literally, like Craig just said, bringing them into the world of craft again. For a long time, a lot of these age-old crafts have just been forgotten about. It's like we've just pushed them to one side and thought, nope, that's it, you're done. We don't see you no more. Nope. Well, actually, we are getting new crafters coming in all the time, and we always take it back to, perhaps these are a little bit out your price range to start with, but why stop you from having a little tool, and I say a little tool, 3-in-1, that's going to create all your gorgeous rounded corners to really give them that lovely feature, and then decorative ones, and they're plenty, because we've got 6 in this collection. And they're so easy to use. I can't wait to get started, Craig. Have you caught your breath back? Oh, by the way, noticed a costume change?
Oh yeah, oh, you've gone with the blues as well.
I saw it. I went out to go and get a little bit of bite to eat.
Did you just buy that?
I've just bought it now, yeah. I bought myself another one as well. Got myself another one. I was trying it on of working out which one would suit me and you side by side. So, and this is one of my favourite dresses that do, and they've brought a new print design out, so I thought, I'm having this beauty, and it also matches Love Craig. I just need to tie a belt around it, because that's the only thing missing. There's no belt. However, I've had a little costume change to match the gorgeous man in blue over there. Our lovely Craig.
Well, we will be getting some photos before we depart later on, because I know you're at Hobby Maker tomorrow here in the UK, so matchy. Yeah, now, we'll go over that one just in a second, but it is Friday, so what does that mean? We've got a fiver Friday across on our website. So, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, that's where you're wanting to go. You're going to see the big banner that says Fiver Friday. What does that mean? Well, we've got a selection of Crafters Companion products there for £5, $5 or €5. Now, it does end midnight your time, and it will end then because then we're going into Saturday. So it's not going to have the same ring to it, is it? But what we're also doing as well, we are right at the start of National Craft Month, not just here in the UK, it is worldwide in the craft industry. So what we are all doing throughout March is we are going to be doing little things, little discounts, little maybe giveaways, just things you need to keep an eye out all throughout March. So the first one that we're kind of doing is between the 1st of March and the 5th of March, you can get 10% off a selection of Spectrum Noir tools across on our website. So maybe you want some premium watercolour card, alcohol card, black card, blending tools, refills. Have a look across on our website and select what you would like to get that 10% off. What I will do is I will give a little nod to the weekend. What's going to be starting between tomorrow and Sunday is we're going to do a 3 for 2 on Spectrum Noir pens. Maybe you want to dip your toe into illustrators. Maybe you want to try the tri-blends. Maybe you just want to stock up on some of the colours that you use a lot. I'm going to be checking to see if we've got Ice Grey 2 in stock because you know how much I love that. I always have my refill, but I like to have a couple of pens spare as well. So we'll be having a look at that. You'll always get your Club Inspire. Other thing that we are doing as well, not necessarily for National Craft Month, but just as a little incentive for you. We've got our gift cards available now across on our website. So you buy a gift card and we're going to give you a £5 on your account to spend. Now you will get an email in the next couple of days with a link you just need to follow, but you can then buy a gift card and you'll get a £5. Now it is only one £5 per customer. So once you've done one gift card, you can then claim that £5. If you do another one, you know, the next day or whatever, then you won't get another £5, if you see what I mean. It's just one per customer. But still, that's a nice little incentive as well for yourself. Maybe you are not. Do you know what? I'm going to put my hands up here and say, maybe you're not the crafter. Maybe you've been sent the link to our gift card. Well, then you know what you can get was once you get that £5, then of course you can then say to your friend, well, I tell you what, tell me what you want, and then I'll use it on my account. Because there's no reason why you can't do that if you are then not necessarily the crafter, but you are giving them the gift card. It's all there across on our website as well, where you can treat yourself. If you are the crafter, then of course it is a win-win. But do make sure that you tune in all throughout March because you're going to see lots of different things as well. We were all within the building, sent an email today letting us know what we're going to be looking at as to next week on Crafters TV. So lots and lots of exciting things. And I'm going to say exactly what Nicola's just said. It's going to be a big week. We've got Nicola, we've got George in the gallery again, we've got Jake just outside there, busy bee all over the place, and then everyone else has gone home for the weekend. So it's just us together for launch day, but remember 70% of the launch day stock of that showstopper has gone. Right, let's get straight into it because we want to get across to Debbie so soon. Now, you can go for the 7-piece corner showstopper deal, £55 or $75. This is, for me, the biggest saving I have ever seen on a launch day product. You're saving £26.90 or $34.54. So you are paying £55 or $75. If you're platinum, you're going to be paying £44 or $60. You're going to get all 7 punches. Now, 6 of them are decorative punches, like Debbie said, and then 1 of them you will get the punch, and you can then do 3 different corners. Now, I've been doing them with my cue cards down here. So no longer have I got square or rectangle cue cards. I can now have decorative ones if I want to. But you've got that ability. So instead of just 3 separate corner punches, it is 3 within 1. So this is giving you the 7 in total. Incredible. You're also going to get one of Debbie's favourite 6x6 pattern papers. This is from the Say It With Flowers. You know that she uses that a lot with the With Love die. They work well together, so why not? But you're going to get that within the showstopper. And then you look at the cardstock you're getting. You're getting a full pack Centura Pearl Precious Gold 310 GSM. Colours are gorgeous. Then we're going down into a little bit of New Orleans. We're going down into our luxury carnival cardstock. We've got shedless glitter, we've got matte, we've got a mirror in there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Now that's what you're paying for. Once again, £55 or $75. Platinum comes down to £44 or $60. But there is another option as well. Maybe you're like, Craig, I've got all the cardstock that I need. I don't need another paper pad. I just want the punches. You can go for just the punches if you want to. Now, if you go for them, you will be paying £40 or $50. Really good saving as well at £10.93 or $15.65, but your platinum price will be £32 or $40. So you've got that option if you want. George, if we can just go back to the showstopper price, because what I was wanting to say as well, if you go for that showstopper deal, it actually means that you're getting your Centura Pearl Precious Gold cardstock, you're going to be getting your Luxury Carnival cardstock, and you're going to be getting your 6x6 pattern paper cardstock for £20 or $30. That's the way it'll work out within that price range there, which is phenomenal. But do you know what? The choice is yours. Keeping in mind though, Showstopper's been the most popular at 70%, and we're 11 minutes into the official launch day show. So please keep that one in mind. You can see the ticker right atop there, 100 remaining. We are going straight to Debbie. However, we've got Susie T on this evening. Lewis is in, Zoe's in, You Expressions Candy is in, Charlotte's in, Terry Anderson's in, Beth's in, Clarice is in, Jackie's in, Mary Beth Doyle is in. Just to say you are all saying hello, it's nice to see you, good evening, good afternoon. But it's such a busy night that what we'll do is we'll dot back and forwards for any questions that you've got. Then, of course, we will do that throughout the show. Darlene Dent is just saying, you know, hi Craig and Debbie, I've already ordered my purchase, so excited. Susie is saying, I love the dress, Debbie.
Oh, thank you,
Absolutely
Susie.
Gorgeous. Nefertiti is saying, loving the punches. Emma Thrower on Facebook is saying, I've ordered my punches this morning. Stephanie Theodos is saying, Debbie, you sold me the punches earlier on, that multi-use punches. I can sit back and enjoy the show. So many of you saying exactly that. A lot of love for Debbie's new dress. Alice is saying, very beautiful. Sweet Imp is saying, very nice, Debbie. Carletta's in. Mary Pat 1000 is says, I'm looking forward to all of the demos. My crafty journey started with purchase. Excited to see the 2023 ideas. Yeah, Martha Stewart, A Key Success, all of these ones from the past. You, of course, will then know, maybe you've still got a lot of them. Maybe you've got Tonic Studios in the past like I do as well. This is now the 2023 version, as I say, the Crafter's Companion with Leanne and Product Development. Any comments, any questions, get them in. But Debbie, what can we do?
Well, you can do all sorts. And referring back to others, it's not that, you know, the others, they just were a lot heavier back then because we've moved forward with times. It's like with everything, everything's moved forward. What I can assure you is you've got a lightweight punch. And this is the corner one, a 3-in-1 that gives you 4mm, 7mm and 10mm rounded corners. So for me, you've got the choices of 3 different ones in there that you can use. It's very simple. It's very easy to use. It's very lightweight. I can't tell you, Craig will tell you because he's being older than us. It is super lightweight. It also has a non-slip bottom piece of felt at the bottom. And I say felt, it's foam. And it stops it from moving around and slipping around onto your glass mat. So it's a fabulous one in terms for when you, and again, you can either do it with your hand or you can do it with your onto the table and punch down. And the same applies to the others, and I'll talk about those in a second, but I'm going to quickly demonstrate each one of them. I think I'm going to go in with the 10 again, because I do like that rounded one. It's very simple. There is an opening here. You pop that in and you go into as far as you can go in with it with your piece of cardstock, and then punch down, and it creates that lovely rounded corner. I'm just making sure I've got that the right way again for you. Let's bring that in so you can see super smooth around the corner, and I'll just put that one in again because I find it easier to hold this one in my hand to create that really perfect, and I say perfect, super easy to achieve in one fell swoop, super light. It'll do anything from a 250, well, anything actually from a paper, from like 160, 180, upwards to 310. I've been using multi-purpose cardstock a lot. I'll show you as I'm going along the different mediums that I've got to cut into as well, but it's super light and honestly, and that's the thing about this. We've never done punches before. This is our first time delving into punches, but we've brought them bang up to date. You know Leanne's a stickler for detail. This is small, lightweight. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's so light to the touch, but it creates instantly. And it really doesn't matter whether you're using a textured linen cardstock or a heavier weight cardstock. You will be absolutely good to go.
Can I just pick you up on that one as well, Debbie, just to say, because a few of you were saying this morning in Wake Up Call, our website says up to 250 250 GSM. Just to say, as Debbie's saying, you can absolutely go to 300 GSM, 310 GSM. That's why Debbie, throughout the day when we've featured it, has been using the different weights. You know, it's saying there's a little recommendation, such as linen cardstock, but absolutely, see what Debbie's doing, heavyweight cardstock.
Yeah, this is 300 GSM. Absolutely super easy to achieve. And like I said, you can go in and you can change so that's the thinnest one, that's the 4mm, that's the 7mm, and then the other one that I did was the 10mm. But you've got these lovely neat features, and this is, so let's put the proof in the pudding. Let's do it to the, let's go to the heavyweight cardstock again. This is just showing you how super easy it is to create and punch that out. And it creates those lovely mats and layers, but gives them that lovely smooth rounded finish. And I know that you're going to use that one ever such a lot, because I can see me using this practically all the time. I love that rounded feel. So yeah, heavyweight cardstock, although it's recommended weight cardstock, but there's nothing to stop you. And that's all three of those sizes there. So you've got your 4, your 7 and your 10mm rounded corners, all in that one tool. And that's not starting when we're moving to the fabulous punches. And I absolutely love these. These are our decorative, and we call them a corner because, and this is again that attention to detail that Leanne and the team do, because this is where you create, you know, all the mess, open it up, but it also slides right off, so it means that you can take longer pieces, and I'm going to talk you through that as the show goes along. But of course, how easy are they to use? You've got this area for the corner here. You put that into that corner as far as it goes, and you're going to punch that down onto the top, and it creates the most beautiful patterns. Absolutely stunning. But there is nothing to stop you, Craig, from taking this and going in when we remove this, and I will show you every one of those decorative corner punches are going to allow you to do this. Now, I personally prefer to put down and put my pressure on, because I struggle sometimes. I can flare it up and I can start to create pins and needles in there. So that's why I prefer to do it that way. But look again how fabulous that looks instantly. We've changed that piece of straightforward cardstock into this beautiful fleur-de-lis design. That's just one of them. So we're going to move on to the next, because the next one is the decorative, I'll say it slowly, scallops. Scallops, scallops, scallops. I'm still not sure what that one is, Craig. I'm really not. Now, I'm going to pick this up because, again, you've got the choices of having it down on the desk, which I've just done in that first demo, and all you're doing is, oh, Debbie, you did do it again. I keep saying to myself, make sure you do as I say, not as I do. You need to make sure that that goes right up into that corner to create that beautiful pattern. You please excuse me, little pattern there.
It's a good thing to see, Debbie.
Well, actually,
you know
yes.
what I mean? You know, that's what will happen if you're just not quite in that corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really important. And obviously I'm using like an elongated rectangular shape here. So again, we're moving on to the next pattern, which is the, oh, well, this will become apparent in a second, because all you are doing is creating the most amazing deco fan pieces. And again, look how beautiful that one looks. So again, you can see straight away you've got three fabulous ones, and then we're going to move on to another one of my favorites, the love hearts. I love this one, and it's called the decorative hearts. But again, these options, make sure you've just gone right into that corner and punch that down, but you've got this gorgeous, I mean, I love this. And then again, in that captured area, you've got all the little tiny little love hearts into there as well. So it's a really fabulous one. I adore them, Craig. Absolutely adore them.
And I'm just thinking, and Debbie, obviously we are a dye company. I'm taking nothing away from dyes, because we love them, and by gosh, we've got an incredible amount of dye collections that are going to be launching throughout the year. However, with having the punch, what that means then, you're not restricted to the size. Now, could you imagine every single size of cardstock that you're cutting would need to be a die with that design in all four corners? It's not feasible to have all of that. Say the dies, those 4 dies there, say they were individual. That means you're going to have to use one, run it through, then stick it into the corner, run it through. Some things aren't beneficial to being a die.
Exactly.
Punch is, and you've got that when it comes to these.
Exactly. And this one, I know you'll use a lot in your scrapbooking, and you pick, you know, your folio books, all those memory albums and things like that, that it's so good to use. So that's that lovely photo one. And then the last one is the decorative corner piece, which I find super cute because can you see that lovely little, it's like a little peach. Yeah. I love it. It really is, absolutely. They're so, I just love every single one of them, and they create those 6 different looks all together from I mean, when I say easy use, and then you've also got your fabulous rounded corners as well, all in that fabulous deal. Whether you're going for one, whether you're going for the deal without the cardstock, whether you're going for the showstopper, you are guaranteed that you are going to be using these over and over and over again to create the most amazing effects. And I'm just going to bring in that little cute one again, Craig, because I love this one. I think it's super, super cute. I absolutely adore it. And you can start to have a little play around with them in terms of, now you're probably thinking, God, that is a small piece of cardstock, but you absolutely can go in with the smallest of pieces, Craig, to create the little dinky corners. So it doesn't matter whether it's a big piece of cardstock, whether it's a small piece of cardstock, you have got that lovely little cute, and it really is cute. And again, you don't have to do all 4 sides. Just turn them around and do a couple of them. So I'm going to take that in. It's right into the very corner as far as it will go. Push that right in, both of those pieces, as far as they'll go. And already we've changed it up and we've given it a lovely little different feel to it again, just by doing it on the 2 sides. So when you repeat that pattern, Craig, it really could not be any easier, because that's all I've done. I've repeated the pattern a few times to create some lovely little panels, which I'm going to decorate a little gift bag for you right now, because honestly, this is super, super cute. And there's nothing to stop you from, I could have used my round edges just onto here to give it that lovely curved feel. Because I've got a square bag, I thought I'd keep it square. But absolutely, just enjoy these punches for what they are. They are absolutely... They're small, they're lightweight, they're portable, but they pack a mighty, mighty punch in terms of what they can do. Pardon the pun there. I just realised what I said then. But they don't half-pack a punch, Craig, and they really do mean, in terms of your crafting, you're going to be able to create some really fabulous different ideas, from gift bags to boxes, and I'm going to show you why you need them and why we've popped in that little element of the, and I call it the removable shelf. It's not really, it's the removable bottom. But by removing the bottom, not only does it get rid of the waste, but it also gives you opportunities to, and I'll just pull that out in a second, I'll come back to that next demo and I'll show you how to use it, where you've then got an option to put your strips in there, bigger pieces of cardstock, and so on. And then all I'm going to do, Craig, is we're just going to stick these down. We're going to come in this way. In fact, let's just pop.
The creative fun you can have with these.
Honestly, so much creative fun with them. I really do mean that. I just love the whole thing about them. I've always loved punches, and I've often been frustrated because we've not been able to use punches in the past because we haven't done them. No. And, you know, and to be fair, I know a lot of people who've been crafting a long time who will know what we're talking about with the other companies that have had them out in the past. People have put them to one side. They're in bottoms of drawers. I am guilty of that. Well, I am so guilty of that.
Mary Pat 1000 is saying, capitals, oh my God, Debbie, hit the nail on the head. They were much heavier back then.
Oh, they were, yeah. And I'll be totally honest, you know, when I did my craft room, I've kept them. For what reason, I don't know, but I found them really difficult. They're so bulky, they're so heavy. I mean, God, dear me. You'll know one brand in particular, Craig, what I'm talking about when it comes to heavy.
I know exactly who you mean.
It was like an industrial, literally lifting up an industrial, great big, what am I thinking of? Big weight. Because they were so heavy. And then trying to get cardstock, I was forever having to put my full weight down and try and get my cardstock in there. So it's really, I love what Leanne does. She takes ideas, but she's a stickler for the detail. And probably what I've just described there, literally taking something and an idea of something to then bring it into a more modern world, make it easier to use, for people who've got dexterity problems, or people who may have got, like I said, I've suffered a lot with it. But it doesn't stop me from crafting. No. Nothing will stop me from crafting. No. But it means that I can use them. And whether you put them on the desk or whether you put them in the hand, depending on your cardstock. Definitely. If you've got a lighter cardstock, you'll be able to do it in your hand. It's a bit heavier. Pop it onto your desk and you'll be able to achieve those looks. And I promise you, you will love these
You will, you know,
punches.
and just going on what Debbie was just saying there, and and we're going to say this and that, and we're not knocking the features of what the other punches do.
No.
And I know many of the other ones, they still do a cracking job. I've got Martha Stewart ones that do an incredible job. It is about in the past, it's about the material, the actual workings, the metal works. They were heavier, they were chunkier, they were harder, whereas now things advance, and we've come along with Leanne and our product development team, and we've managed to shrink some of the metal, but still get, of course, that top quality impression when it comes to the corners. Yes, your different materials. We had one question there we'll touch back to in a moment, because I've just been trying it. Does it go through flour forming foam? Yes, it does. I'll go through that in a moment with you. So
this is the time, though. This is the time to ask.
Yeah.
Now, I've just made myself a matching tag. I've just literally given a decorative panel on the front of my bag, and I've only done it on the two sides. I've not gone all the way, so I've created this lovely little diamond shape. I've added onto there my little hello. Again, I've done exactly the same. I've just gone in on each three of those corners. I'm going to tie that around my gift bag, and these gift bags, cheap as chips, Craig. You'll find them where you can buy five for a pound or whatever it is these days.
Certainly this time of the year, where, as you say, you get maybe around about £5 for a pound in pastel tones for Easter time.
Yeah,
so you'll be able to do that.
Absolutely. And then I'm just going to tie that off underneath.
Guys,
and then
87 remaining of the showstopper.
Oh my God, and I know how much we started with. Oh my Lord, that is crazy. Just attach a little bow to the front, and then I'll just bring the one that's all stuck down. This is what you'll end up with. Lovely decorative gift bags with something a little bit different. I'll tell you something, I'm going to use that saying. Minimal effort, maximum, wait a minute. What's that? Minimal effort, maximum impact.
Impact.
That's the word.
Yeah.
The word of Leanne.
Yeah.
The law of Leanne. This is absolutely that tool.
Yeah.
All of them, from the rounded corner 3-in-1 punch to the decorative panels. So it is.
See that position you're at, Debbie? Could you hold the punch next to the bag? Just
next to the bag?
Yeah, like there, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You would not think that for me, that decoration of that bag has been done from such a diddy little thing.
Yeah, and you wouldn't, and that's the only, obviously papers and cardstock, but it's the only tool that I've done to create that. So it literally is an absolutely belter of a collection, and I know, and I can speak from experience, because I have had all of those punches that were heavy to hold, heavy to get your cardstock into. We've now made them kicking and screaming into this century, into this year, 2023, where a resurgence of punches, I'm hoping, trend-setting. We've already had our fabulous tag punch, and I love our tag punch. I use it so much. I know for a fact these are going to be sat on my craft desk, the whole lot of them. I've got to find a little container from though, Craig, I'm not going to lie, because I'm going to be using these so much. And I'm so happy and delighted that we've got our own version of our fabulous 3-in-1 rounded corner punch with our fabulous decorative punches as well.
You know, one thing I've not touched upon that these would be absolutely perfect for? Your template library. Think of all of your concept, the layers that you've got with the template library, and then just go in, give them a snip. We did touch upon earlier on, maybe you've got your Craft Club #1, all about the memory albums from HSN America or QVC UK. Think about the photos you're putting in there. Use the photo punch instead if you want to. Just to say as well, here is the one that I had done beforehand with our flower forming foam. So we've gone in. Now, you're not going to get the most crispest of cut like you would with your cardstock, but look at that, it still cuts. You still get that cut at each corner. So I've done the corners, and then something that Debbie showed you earlier that she'll show you again later on with one of the punches, how you can create your borders, your strips. So absolutely you can do it for sure. A couple of questions and quite a lot of lovely comments. So what we'll do, we've only got 87 remaining at the moment. That's your 7-piece corner punch showstopper deal. It's £55, $75. You're saving £26.90 or $34.54 on a launch day item. We are 30 minutes into the official launch. You've got your Centura Pearl, which is your precious gold. You've got your Carnival cardstock with all the different textures in there, plus the 6x6 set with flowers paper pad from Asara's signature. Not forgetting you're getting your 7 punches as well. 6 of your corner decorative, and 1 of them will give you your 3 different size corners. Platinum price £44 or $68. Nicola was just saying that because we can see, because of technology and on the computer, that so many of you have got these, the showstopper, in your basket. So if you've got these in your basket, whatever you've got in your basket, we're going to give you a couple of minutes to get them checked out. Here's Sarah all about Platinum, Club Inspire, and we'll be back with Debbie just in a minute.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
My answer here has to be Tracy. I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
Because they literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, you know, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly, bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben, you did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Knew you would love these punches. Absolutely knew that you would love them. Also as well, thank you very much for the lovely comment about saying how dapper I'm looking this evening in the blue jacket. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Stephanie. That's very kind of you. Jessica's in saying hi everyone from a wet and rainy southern Illinois. Rosanna's saying hello from Massachusetts to the delightful Debbie, the crafty Craig. That could be kind of two ways, couldn't it, Crafty Craig? Creative Crafty Craig or the Crafty Craig? I can be a bit of both sometimes. The entire CCTV team and all my crafty friends. Once again, we've got Nicola, we've got George, and we've got Jake just out there. So guys, all weekend as well. Yeah, all weekend, Nicola. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, she said that with great excitement in her voice there. Nicola Fleming, you've got me on Sunday. Yeah, it got worse. Thank you, Nicola. Anne Fleming saying, thank you very much, liking the blue jacket. Roseanne saying, saw the punch set yesterday and I ordered it right away, got the showstopper, can't wait for them. Yes, I didn't even know they kind of been sneaked on our website a little bit later yesterday. Sweet we showed you how, yeah, they will work through your flower form and foam. Crafting with Quillen Lady saying, hello from Essex. Well, hello to you too. You Expressions by Candy Westphal on YouTube is saying, these are such better purchase than what used to be available. The sizes is fantastic and doesn't take up a ton of room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another
totally
good point.
100% agree.
Another good point.
Yeah.
Mary Pat 1000, I know read your one out, but just saying, you know, how right Debbie is about they used to be so much heavier and chunkier back in the day. Crafting with Quillen Lady on YouTube, these punches look intriguing. Well, keep watching, and then, if we've got stock remaining, go back and watch Wake Up Call as well. You'll see all the different things you can do with them. We've got Barbara is saying hello from Indiana. Annie is saying hi from Arkansas. Carol D on YouTube is saying the punches are so handy. I have a corner rounder that I leave in my envelope making kit.
Ooh.
I'm happy to have one to keep on my desk whenever.
Yeah. Yeah, and before, and this is the thing I've said to you before as well, and this is why I love Leanne. Oh, honestly, I just adore the woman. I had corner punches for different corner punches for different sizes, and they were all separates and things like that. And I used to use it for exactly the same thing. I don't have to have four or five different tools now. I've got one that's going to do 3 different sizes for me, which is for me is absolutely fabulous. But yeah, that's a great idea.
Isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
It really, really is. We've got Alison, it's on YouTube, so Alison Hagalha, yeah, on YouTube, is saying, my old punches used to seize up after a while, and yes, they were so heavy. I love the designs, and the 3-in-1 is such a clever idea. Mary Pat 1000, loving the bag that Debbie's just done, as is Lynn Blackledge. Lois is saying, such a pretty bag. Thank you, Debbie. Carol D on YouTube, these punches will make cute bottom edges on the tags as well.
Yeah.
On the tags for gifts. Great idea. Valerie saying these are super. Anne Fleming Myers on Facebook, using the small pieces with the punches will elevate any box that you build. Of course they will. Rosalind is saying, hello all. Looking forward to seeing what Debbie does with these punches. Looking from scrapbook inspiration.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Christine Mahoney is saying, wow, gorgeous bag, Debbie. Jackie's saying the same. Jane's saying the same. Hayley saying, beautiful bag, Debbie. Such a fun way to decorate your bags with those special gifts. Karen Fisher on Facebook saying, hello everyone from Florida. I got the showstopper this morning, didn't want to miss out. Looking forward to using them. Carol D saying, I wonder if these will work on felt. Well, there's something. You might need something to stabilise.
Yeah, I would say steer away from that kind of thing. I think of this as paper, cardstock.
I'd agree.
And the only reason I'm saying with felt is, and depending on felt as well, it's a very tougher material to cut. And you'll know with a die, you need your metal shim. You want to remember that this is a punch and it's not going into metal, so it's not metal on metal, it's a punch. So I would steer away from things like felt, things like fabric. That is not what these were intended for. And the last thing I want you to do is try it and then get anything stuck in there. And I'm just trying to, because I've not cleaned mine from earlier. Debbie, you dirty devil, you dirty devil. Let me get that out because I meant to clean that earlier and I forgot. So now when I'm opening it up, because I'm going to be using it in a minute, but yeah, when you think how that gear works together, the metal does touch the metal, but it's not like a die. So it's a little bit trickier. So I would personally myself steer away from that. The last thing you want to be doing is blunting those, because once you've blunted them, you've cream crackered it. And we don't want you doing that with your new punches.
No, and just to reiterate that as well, when I'd done that with the flower form and phone, okay, yes, it cut, however, you got that little bit of a rough edge to it. So although I'd done it with that, completely agree with what Debbie said, I would keep that with your papers and cardstock for sure, like they were intended. Right, we are going to go back to Debbie. We're just going to have a look at some luxury cardstock that we've got for you here, because we've got a bundle where we've got our red, we've got our green, we've got our blue as well. It's 90 sheets in total. Now, you're going to be getting 30 in each. That means you're going to be, well, it says 10 of each. It's actually, well, you get a little bit more. You actually get a little bit more than 30 in each pack, because what you are going to be getting is 30 of your shedless glitter. You're also then going to be getting 30 of your mirror, and then you're also going to be getting 30 of your satin as well. Sorry, 10. You're getting 10 of your satin, 10 of your mirror, and then 10 of your shedless glitter. That's then giving you 30. However, these little offcuts that you see that shows it off in the packaging, they're not included. So you actually do get 30 and a bit when it comes to the red. But in that price, you're also going to be getting the green. So again, 30 and a bit of the green, 10 shedless glitter, 10 mirror, and 10 of the satin. And then what you're also going to be getting is 30 of your ice blue. So your ice blue there, you have got your shedless glitter. Now, that's not quite a silver that you might think. If you put that side by side, that silver shedless glitter card that you've got, it's got more of that very light kind of blue tones to it, very, very subtle light. So it is a different silver, so to speak. So you've got 10 of the mirror, and you've got 10 of the satin as well. Once again, you're then getting 30 and a bit because these bits aren't included. So therefore, all of them 90 sheets, so 90 and a bit sheets, you're going to be getting for £22.92 or $36.60. You're saving over 20% on Crafter's Companion luxury cardstock. Cut it, emboss it. You can still put all of these through your bladed die cutting machines if you want to, but look at your platinum price, £18.34 or $29.28. Imagine using your photo corner punch on one of these and then just tucking a little photo in there. You don't need a lot, and it'll last you such a long time. So that one there, it is your incredible cardstock. Just going to say though, I know little Jamie was on our graphic, so if anyone's new to us, it's not part of our Centura Peril range, it is just our luxury cardstock. So just in case anyone's expecting some of our Centura Peril in there, it is just our luxury cardstock. But do you know what? It's still luxury. It's phenomenal on that one there. So just wanted to point that one out. But we're going to go straight back, of course, to what it's all been about today, and that is our 7-piece corner punch showstopper deal. Now, you're going to be getting all 7 of them. So 6 of them are your decorative corner punches, and one of them, I've got it down in this one here, does your 3 different size corners, a small, a medium, and a large, like Debbie showed you at the start. You're going to be getting your 6x6 pattern paper from your set with flowers, which is a Sarah signature. You're then going to be getting Centura Peril, which is your precious gold there, 310 GSM. And then you can see just underneath, I always like to call it the luxury, the carnival cardstock. You can see down at the bottom there, a mixture again of the different types, shedless glitter, you've got a mirror, and you've got satin. And I was just away to say New Orleans there, but New Orleans just completely escaped my mind as I went to say it. I like to call that the New Orleans cardstock because that's what it reminds me of when it comes to that. All of that, £55 or $75. You are going to be a platinum price of £44 or $60. Just to say, all of that, as it works out, compared to just the punches on their own, in this bundle, it works out you're getting all that cardstock and that pattern paper for £20 or $30. So that is an exceptional buy. If you do just want to go for the punches, they are on the website as well. Just to say as well, you do have the option to go for some of them individually on the website, but I know, I'm led to believe, I don't think anyone not one person has gone for an individual punch. You've majority of you gone for the showstopper, some of you have just gone for the punches themselves, but they're there for you to choose from on the website, .co.uk.com.eu. Right. Zip it. Debbie, what can we do?
Yes, please, because we've got loads to get through. So I'm going to use a couple of the decorative punches, and I'm going to show you how you can use it in a slightly different way to the corner, just by removing the bottom. That's why we've done it in that flexible bottom, so that you can get flexible with your creativity. There's the way I was going with that. Didn't sound like I was at first. Now I'm going to use, first of all, I've taken a piece of cardstock. This measures in at 6 inches by 3, and I'm just going to take it to create a little bit of a decorative panel. Always remember to take it up. If you hear it, you'll hear it go right to that very end. And then I'm using, again, a 300 GSM. But you can absolutely cut through 300 GSM. I think I know why they've done that on the website. However, it's just to show you that you can use it in both ways. So you can pop it down and you can do it that way, or you can take it into your hand and punch it around. It depends on the level of your cardstock, and it will depend on the strength of your hand as well. So if you have dexterity problems, what I would say to you is pop it onto your desk and do it that way. But you see me just punch that out, and that looks just incredible, especially when you pop some colour underneath, so you can see that beautiful love heart pop out and that gorgeous design. So that's my first one done. That's my first part of this. Now, I did say that you've got flexibility with these because of this removable bottom. So you're just going to slide that along, and then it does come out. Now, oh look, I keep finding bits in there. Debbie, you dirty devil. It does come off. It comes off, and then it turns it from being a corner to now a straight edge punch. It gives you versatility, it gives you flexibility, it gives you creativity, and that is why I absolutely love them. And in the past, this would not have happened. It would have been 2 separate punches, and in the past, and believe you me, Craig is exactly the same. I know he'll have got the same as me. When you wanted a pattern that matched the pattern for your corner, you had to buy a corner punch, you had to buy a straight edge punch, and it cost you a fortune. Because to get this full set, and I was a full set girl back then, so for me,
to do the measurements of the cardstock.
Exactly,
you know, it wasn't just
yeah.
quarter of an inch. It was like, I don't know, 8 and 7 inch of a fourth, whatever, to make sure that the corners join.
Yeah, but now you've got the flexibility to have both on there. However, I've taken a bit, and I'm going to show you the scrap version. So I've got a bit of scrap paper, and I've just popped myself a couple of little, and I say corners, I've actually measured it in at about 3/4 of an inch and just put them in because I wanted a little area where I could work from to create this pattern that I'm going to show you now. So now I've got this, it's no longer a corner punch, it means I've got straight edge. And I always turn it over when I'm doing this. So I'm going to turn it over and show you what I mean. So I'm going to take this in, and I'm going to do exactly the same, push it right down as far as it will go, match it up. So what you're doing is where this little cut, let me get my orange underneath so you can see it. Where this little piece is, you're going to line it up. And this is why you'll turn it over to yourself. Now, if you can't do it up like this way around when you're matching that corner piece up, just turn it around and punch it that way, so that now you've got this little rotating pattern going. Now, all you're going to do is continue that pattern, and again, I always turn it that way, depending on how comfortable you feel, and if you're going to do it this way, this bit will decide on whether or not you do it that way or that way. I just do it that way to line it up, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but again, it's so honestly, it's so easy to achieve these kind of patterns. I'm trying to do it because these lights are so bright, Craig, that my eyes sometimes miss the area. So again, now you can see I've got a little bit of a guide. And going, I'm going to be removing this in a minute, but this is why I've put this little square in the corner so that I can come in with the same pattern, I can come up to the end, and I can create myself 2 pieces, like so. And you can see now I'm starting to create a little bit of a shaped panel. Try it on a scrap of paper first until you're comfortable with it. So literally, get your scrap papers, and again, have a little practice, have a little play, have a little feel what's comfortable for you in your hand. But I'm just doing, and this is what I used to do before. I used to make patterns, because I didn't have a die cutting machine way back when. I used to do things like this to create these rotating patterns, and as you can see, there's a mat starting to form here, and this little bit that's not disconnected doesn't matter. Scissors will do that job for you.
Debbie, can I ask, you see how obviously you're looking from the back there, and I'm thinking of this, there might be some people asking as well. When you've cut it, is there a right and wrong side? You know how, like, when you die cut, the top side has got a smooth... No,
where it has the bevel, Yeah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to release that now, and that's why I started with a little scrap piece of cardstock, and it's just releasing that pattern to create yourself a lovely little mat. And that mat, I'm just going to pop that there, you can do in all sorts of colours. Now, the only thing that I've done with mine, Craig, is I've done it with, and if I just move it out of the way for a second, I've done it with a little bit of parakeet and my favourite, crushed velvet, and coloured it in afterwards. So it's just, again, it's the same piece of paper. I've just cut that pattern all the way around. I've actually mounted this onto some foam pads, so I'm going to pop that on. So now using that panel that I had, what I first did the punching with, I've now created myself a little matte piece. And when it comes to this, so I did say with the, you know, your extra bit, you could keep that waste. You don't have to necessarily throw it. You could be using them for lovely little pieces in whatever that looks like a little row of trees. So there's lots of things that you can do with your waste. You don't have to necessarily do it. Now it's exactly the same with a, again, scrap piece of paper. Perhaps make a little marking, start in the middle. If maybe, well, to be fair, however you want, really. I'm going to take it up to the top corner because, as you can see, this is the cut. So I don't necessarily, and if I just show you what I mean by that, if I go further down, I'm going further into the cardstock.
Yeah,
so
okay,
for example, I'll just do it now so you can see what I mean, because I'm not going to do it that way, but you can see, take it up to the top, you're going to get a thicker border.
Yeah.
So in terms of, just carry on that same patterns, same place, same thing, just make sure that the corner matches and marries up so that you get that little piece that does the die cut. So you can see now starting to come together is that little area. Now when you've done it, and I'm going to show you on a bit of scrap paper so you can see what I mean. Once you've done one side, just put a little line through. You can rub your lines out, but you'll know when you come in now to do and have a little practice.
Oh no, you're not, are you?
You're gonna marry it up. So you're just gonna put that point onto the corner so that you've got this straight, literally takes it and goes all the way down, and just continue to do that. So again, it's about cleverly playing with your punches and thinking how to create that matching pattern so it sits side by side. We'll rub that out afterwards when we're done. We'll cut that little bit off, or we'll come back in and we'll chop that little bit off at the top so that you've got that lovely, it's almost like a continuing pattern. So just a pencil line, Craig, it takes a couple of minutes to pop a little pencil line in, and it's just to give you that area to line up, and so that you know when you are punching into there, it creates that cut. And again, you can do exactly the same. And if I just remove those two little pieces, rub that out, and you've got yourself that lovely matching pattern going both down the sides. And for me, you can have a matching pattern, or you can have an off-centre one, because that's what I've done with that. So it's not a case of doing it, you can do it at one and then drop it down, so that side, so you can have a play with the punches. So from the same thing, and I'll just give you this little piece of paper just there so I can show you, you can either have it matching, so it's matching the same size, or drop it at one side. So when you're coming in, just drop it down a little bit, so you're going on the in-between. So again, a bit of scrap paper just so I can show you. And this is why I wanted to show you these, because it's all about having a play. And again, to get a bit of scrap paper and practice this before you go in, but I'm just going to take it into the middle of that now. So rather on the line, into the middle, so it creates this ziggy-zag pattern. And I honestly mean this, play. Get your punches home, play with them, and really enjoy them. And these bits can be just removed. Obviously, take it with your scissors. You won't be doing what I'm doing, but it shows you how you can create the off-centre bit. And if you're going further, you can create thinner or thicker, depending on what you want to do. And it literally is. That's all that is, but I've just mounted it onto some black cardstock. So again, really fun features. And then, of course, take it into your card making, Craig. I've got a little half fold back here. I'm just going to use my tape pen, but it's all about playing.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking as well there, Debbie, so that decorative border you've done, and again, you know, we're a die company, we've done incredible border dies, and we will be doing more, so I'm taking nothing away from that. But if you use your border die through your die cutting machine, your Gemini, and that's it done, you've got that creativity of sitting there, punching it out, creating your own design as well. If you're offsetting it, if it's going to be symmetrical, if it's going to be 1 inch in depth, if it's going to be 2 inches. Can you imagine what you've just done there, Debbie? Say, you know, 1 inch in depth, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch. Imagine the amount of dies again that you would need for that. And again, I'm not knocking them because there's a place for them. But then these punches give you the ability, that versatility, but so inexpensively in the way that you can do them.
Exactly. And then have a little bit of fun phone and take it into your card making to create those little mats, and it depends on which style you want to go for. Do you want the off-centre piece, or do you want the symmetrical piece? And do you want to create mats with them? Because that was a mat that I did. Like I said, take a bit of scrap paper, take some like thin scrap paper, copy of paper, have a practice, have a play, put your lines into place and have a play with them to create different panels, different pieces, different borders. Who says you need a Gemini machine to create lots of fun cards? You know, it might not be for you.
It might not be.
This would be that lovely, not only level entry into World of Crafting, but also for anybody who's been crafting for a very long time, you will get just as much enjoyment out of these gorgeous punches. And to pop that back in, you just got to line it up. Now, it takes me a while to work this out, Craig, because I have to look at it and look at it again, because that bit needs to be on this bottom piece, and they need to sit at the top. And I have to look at I have to look at this because it does work. There we go. Into that area. So these two go underneath the first bit, and that bit sits at the bottom. You slide that back in, and you've got your punch ready, your corner punch. So it's good to go back to corner. So it gives you versatility. I mean, wow. Leanne, she's a genius. I said she's a genius. I don't know where they get their ideas from. Well, I do, because they have big meetings twice a year, big meetings, and everyone comes with ideas. Whoever came up with bringing punches back to the market in 2023 with a more modern twist, with a more multi-versatile twist, because you just separate the bottom from the punch, and you've got a corner, and you've got a strip. And when I say a strip to play, not strip when clothing. A strip, yes. Just so you're aware, I haven't been doing any stripping in the studio. That's a different show completely. But isn't it fantastic that
really
Leanne and the team have worked to bring this up, this resurgence of punches, but oh my God, what a modern twist.
It is. It really, really is as well. You know, and, you know, following on what Debbie just said there, you know, we're not reinventing the wheel when it comes to punches. This is just bringing it up to date to 2023. It's coming in, of course, our standards as well, the versatility of them as well. You've got your A3 multi-purpose cardstock, Centura Peril cardstock. Imagine doing what Debbie's just done there, but of course make it really, really long. So instead of wrapping your presents with your ribbon, maybe a baby gift, instead of ribbon, you've then created your own one. Now do it to the length of A3, of course. Maybe you're going to cut it a slither of 1 inch width or 2 inch width, whatever. But as you get to the end of that A3, then just join it with a bit of adhesive or something. Keep it going, wrap it around the presents, not just for the cards. That's why so many of you are loving these ones. You know, Ginny's saying, I got them, can't wait to get them. Obviously meaning she's purchased them, she can't wait to get them. Hello from Colorado, you're doing a great job, keep up the great work. Love seeing what Debbie does as well. And what's lovely as well is seeing a love and a passion that Debbie had years ago with the punches back into play again. You know, it's nice, you know, it's lovely that we've got that. Everyone, if you've been crafting for many years or over a period when punches were really at the top of the game, you know, the top of the game even before die cutting really came into play, you know, everyone loved them, the things that you can do. Now, Leanne and the team, next level when it comes to the punches. Christine is saying, love the bag, Debbie, the punches, etc. have been dropped into my basket. Angela Essex on YouTube is saying, whoops, ordered them this morning, love Debbie's demos. Samantha is saying, I love the icy blue. Stephanie Theodos is saying, love the luxury cardstock. It's my favourite. The colours are gorgeous. Crafty Vera on YouTube is saying, I haven't watched live for oh, bless you. I haven't watched live for so long. So please, I joined tonight, my all two favourites on the one show. Oh. That's so, so kind of you. Thank you. Jenny is saying, I totally love the cutout that you made with the corner cuts. The colours that you use are gorgeous. Lois is saying, very pretty card. The colours you've chosen are awesome. Thank you, Debbie. Fantastic use of punches. Dan is saying, oh my gosh, Debbie, way to take the punches outside of the box. Great ideas and projects. And we've got, so Debbie, can you see from the bottom where the next punch should line up? There's a good point.
Can you see from the bottom? Yeah, so, absolutely you can, yeah. When you've taken that bottom off, that corner bit, so the corner, the bit that creates the corner, take that bottom off, turn it over, flip it over. If you find it difficult to punch towards you, so if you've got to squeeze it for you, pop it into place, turn it over and make it comfortable. It's very easy to do. You just simply hold, and when I say hold it into place, just hold it until you've twisted it over till you feel comfortable to be able to punch it either in your hand or popping it onto the table able to punch with. It's super easy. They are honestly super easy to use. And I know, because I struggle, this is the hand that struggles. I mean, goodness me. I do mean it. I struggle quite a lot. Sometimes I can literally lose my grip because of the carpal tunnel bit. It flares up. It's not there constantly. It just flares up. It comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. Usually in the morning, it's the worst. But I've not had any problem with these because they are lightweight. They are so lightweight. When you get them home, you will understand why I'm saying they're dinky, they're lightweight, they're portable because they're not so big anymore, and they really are lightweight in your hands, but they pack that pardon the pun, punch. They pack that punch and some. I hope Leanne's watching. If you are an utter genius, absolute genius, in terms of you are no longer having to buy separate punches to do two different things. You've got it there in one, and I said one, 6 decorative ones, so that's 6 decorative corners or 6 enablers to create belly bands round cards, round your box lids, round absolutely anything. And then you've got the 3-in-1 tool that then rounds off all your corners. Definitely. I honestly, when I heard about these, I was like, ooh, this is interesting, because I was like, not sure where we're going with this one. And then I got my hands on them, and I was like, oh my God. I can tell you now, I definitely think, I know for a fact that you will be the same. You will definitely be using these a heck of a lot more than you probably think right now. And if you're thinking, I might just try 1 or 2, that's absolutely fine. But get the deal while it's on these fabulous launch day offers. It's an incredible saving. Craig's already talked about that saving. It's an incredible saving to get all of them, because I know you're not going to love one. I know you're going to see something in the deco fan one where you're going to use this in your Roaring 20s collections or your old, your pieces that you want to do. And I know that there's so many different ways. I'm going to move on to scrapbooking next, Craig. Perfect. I am, and I'm going to show you, especially with the use of the very useful photo corner.
Brilliant.
You are not going to want to miss out on these fabulous punches. Get them while they're at that launch day price. Take the full advantage of that saving, especially with cardstock essentials.
Definitely.
Honestly, when you broke it down like that, Craig, it was like, oh my God, why did I not think of it that way? Breaking it down like that, and how much that cardstock's actually costing you, and not just cardstock. There's the adhesive glitter in there. There's that fabulous 6x6. Wow. Honestly, you're going to love it. You're going to love these.
Definitely. Just quickly, Debbie, can I pick you up on something you're saying, obviously, about your hands here? And I think it's really important that we do, answer these sorts of questions that are coming through, because they are a punch that you would potentially hold in your hand. Margie Johnson on YouTube is saying, do you think these are easy to punch for arthritic hands?
If you put them on your table, yes, because you are going to use this part and not have to grab hold of them. You can pop those down, especially that 3-in-1 corner piece. You simply pop it down, and because it's got the non-slip, you can just, and it literally is a case of just pushing down on the part of your hand that you're not having to grab hold of. Obviously, if you're putting it into your hands, you've got to grab it. You've got to grab it. And I'm going to do it so you can see it all the way around. You've got to grab that. So it depends on the level of your arthritic hands. But there's nothing to stop you from popping that down onto there and punching your holes. And that's the same with these. Although they don't have a bottom bit that keeps it still, you simply hold that and then just punch. And I would say that for that one, if you are going to, think about using it for that, maybe think about using like a linen cardstock then, which is what the website recommends, linen and papers and things like that. So it's a little bit easier on you and a little bit easier on your grip. But there's nothing to stop you from doing the heavier weight ones and all the other rest of the cardstocks and the papers that you can think of to create all your fancy little edges and corner pieces. So yes, that's a really good question.
I thought it was really important.
I think absolutely. And I would say it depends on the level of your own, because I know that there can be some quite severe, some not so, or some, So all I would recommend, pop it onto your glass mat or your craft mat and punch down onto it.
Brilliant. Excellent. Thank you, Debbie. Right, we're going to come back to Debbie just in a couple of moments, but what we want to do, what's been really, really busy today, and we've not really featured them or talked about them, and that's our shimmer ink pads. We're going to bring them in, yes, because they're busy, but can you imagine what Debbie's just done there, but using your shimmer ink pads? That would look epic. So shimmer ink pad, this is your collection, 10-piece collection here, £53.91 or $71.91. You've got a saving of 10% here. Platinum price comes down to £43. $43.13 or $57.53. These are a shimmer ink pads, these are a pigment ink pads. Maybe you can't keep reaching and purchasing all the different shimmer cardstocks that we do and other companies do. Invest in these ones here and you can create your own sort of Centura Peril shimmer cardstock by popping the ink onto your card, letting it dry, and jobs are done in, of course. But then it is going to work well with different techniques. They're going to work really well for heat embossing if you want. You can blend them. There is so much that you can do. You can always go back on our YouTube and see what you can do with them. But that is your shimmer ink pad from Spectrum Noir. It's the 10-piece collection, $53.91, $71.91. That gives you the saving of 10%. Even better if you're platinum, $43.13, $57.53. And what I would say is while you're on the website and you're looking at the shimmer ink pads, make sure you check out the 10% off when it comes to the Spectrum Noir tools, because some of these are going to work perfect with your shimmer ink pads. That's from the 1st of March to the 5th of March. Selective Spectrum Noir tools are there. Again, because of what we can see with technology nowadays, many of you have got them in baskets as well as some of the cardstock, funny enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit of a VT. We're going to come straight back, say a few hellos, and then we're going to go straight back to Debbie once again.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Everyone backstage is amazing. You probably know this because we talk about them all the time, but I have to give a big shout out to Jake. From the minute he walks in the door, he has got the hugest smile, but he's just brilliant. He's always there, he's always on the ball, asking what, and they all are, but Jake is just, he's a cheeky little chappy, I think is why I like him.
Constantly asking if we've got everything we need, fetching it for us if we need them. Everyone laughs at me because my main thing when Jake's in is, Jake!
He gets me whatever I want, so if I need anything from the library, he goes, gets me it, we rummage through the boxes together, we make sure that I've got everything I need. And he always does it with a smile. What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. and it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafts Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Crafty Vera. Craig is looking very vibrant this evening. Friday night in the town in Newton, Cliff? Yeah, maybe not, maybe not. I'm going home to have a pizza and just chill out. That's what I'm going to be doing, absolutely. Yeah, actually, I've still got a bit of TV to cut. Everything happened last night. Dragon's Den, The Apprentice, the final of Next Level Chef, which was always on a Wednesday. The final had been moved to last night. Oh, there was plenty to catch up on. And then I was in here, and then I couldn't sleep. Don't get me started again. You know what that's like. Still happening. Still happening. I was talking to Debbie about it earlier on. Teresa Campbell is saying, hello everyone from Illinois. Well, hello to you too. Haley Ralph on Facebook is saying these punches really do make quick and easy cards that totally stand out with the pretty decorative features with minimal effort. I absolutely love them. So do we, all of us. Thea on YouTube is saying, I use these shimmer inks on the layered flowers. Absolutely gorgeous. And Jill on YouTube is saying, phew. I signed it in to the show just in time to get the Showstopper Corner Punch bundle. Screen said 80 left. I shot fast. Got this, shimmer ink pads and a couple of other goodies. Right, George, are you ready? Right, here we go. 3,
oh my God.
2, 1. 47 left.
Wow.
We've gone right down to 47 left. That was of today's Showstopper stock of that 7-piece corner punch. So we are now into our last live show of the day. Remember, this is launch day, not in the middle of the day where you'll sometimes have found it. This is the last show. It's Friday evening here in the UK. As I say, it's 11 minutes past 7. We've got 47 remaining of the today stock of the Showstopper deal. So we're going to go straight to Debbie in a minute because we've just done those comments. But if you are just joining us, you are going to be getting all 7 punches. Now, 6 of them are the decorative corner punches, and then one of them is, it is one punch, but it gives you a 3-in-1, 3 different sized corners. You are going to be getting your 6x6 pattern paper from Sarah's signature, Say It With Flowers, which is one of Debbie's favourites. You've also got your Precious Gold Centura Pearl. It's A4 in size, it's 310 GSM, gorgeous. And then down below you've then, of course, got your New Orleans. It's not technically called that, it just reminds me of that. Not that I've been. It's actually Carnival. Actually, it doesn't look like not the carnivals I go to anyway, not for me. That one is your luxury carnival cardstock. You've got Shedless glitter card, you've got mirror in there, and you've even got some of your satin in there as well. You're going to get all of that for £55.75. And I know I sound repetitive when I say this, but for me, I've not seen such a big saving on a launch day item, if not in a long time. I generally cannot remember seeing such a big saving straight off the back on a launch day. Saving $26.90 or $34.54. Platinum is down to £44 or $60. There is an option for just the punches, but what I would say is check them out on the website because we're going to go straight to Debbie and see what else that we can be doing.
Yes, I'm going to do a scrapbook page because I love doing scrapbook pages. And I've actually got quite an array here because I've got my 3-in-1 corner punch. I've got my lovely little, and that one's called the decorative corner, the little cute corner. You've got the photo one, so that's the photo corner. I've also got this one, which is the deco fan, because I love all of them. It's very hard to choose which one I'm going to do. Now I'm going to start with a 12x12 piece of cardstock, and I am going to use my large corner punch. Now again, make sure that you've got your corner punch into that corner to give this lovely round edge feel. And I tell you, Craig, I've been doing loads and loads of scrapbook pages of late.
Yeah.
And I can tell you for now, I will be using these punches a lot more often than I would have normally done, she says. Now I've taken, this is from the Rainbow Pearl double-sided pearlescent cardstock, so that's now got that lovely softer edge with that corner punch.
Okay.
I've gone in with wisteria. I'm mixing my papers up tonight, because you can. And I'm going to come in again, and I'm going to make sure it goes right into that bottom corner. And again, either way, you can take it by hand or by on the desk. Super, super easy to create this lovely rounded edge feel. And again, it just takes it from being a square piece of cardstock and transforms it instantly into this lovely, and it really is lovely, rounded feel. Now that was 12 by 12. I've gone down to 11.5 by 11.5 and put that rounded edge on. So that's my first bit done. We're then going to take in, and I'm going to move that one. So I'm going to turn, I'm going to use the little sweet corner one, which is the decorative corner. I'm going to use, this time, I've gone to Say It With Flowers, because I love this paper, can't lie. She says, I love all paper. I mean, I don't know who I'm trying to kid, Craig. Really, I mean, I love all of our papers. Wisteria being one of my favourites, followed closely by Say It With Flowers. And then I say that, but then I think they're literally, one-on-one in terms of how I love them. Now, I'm going to keep a little bit of a square going. So I've got myself a little bit of a matte and layer going off here with some textured cardstock. But I'm going to keep a bit of a square feature so that you can see that when you put that on, it just gives a little bit more interest into your corner. They're so sweet, those. I really do love that little decorative corner one. I love that little piece. I think it's really, really sweet. And the only thing that I've done different with this one, Craig, is I've inked around using our inking applicator and crushed velvet, and I've just taken my corner to literally give it a little bit of softer feel around the outside of my piece, and then that's my next layer done. So we've got that is the next piece. Now we're going to move on. I'm going to move them to one side because I'm going to move now to the photo corner. So I've gone in with a couple of pieces here. I've started using different shades of purple in this because I think it all works together. Lilacs, purples, pinks, and things like that. The pieces for my corner, because I've got a particular size of photo, in a second I'll show you, but I've gone to 4.5 by 3 3/4 with this piece, and then with the panel piece I've gone to 3.5 by 4 1/4. You simply there's no difference with this, and whether you're going with a 1 or a 2 piece, to hold your photo, because there's nothing to stop you from doing just the 1 and adding your photo into there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I wanted to add again a little bit of dimension, a little bit of decoration. So we're going in with both of those pieces, and it is so easy. You can see how easy this is to create those photo panels, and they're going to sit together. And I'm going to tuck my little photo.
Okay. Oh.
And it's super cute. It's super, super cute.
Aww.
Super cute. I've actually got myself too, but I'm just going to cut that one there because I'm going to save that for another project. And again, all you're going to do is either tuck that underneath. So if you pop that in and then tuck that underneath, it could not be any easier to create this for your photos and popping them into place. Or, depending on the size of your photo, you can go in and pop it into that other one as well. So it really doesn't matter which way around you do it. I just like the double, so I've just deliberately, and if my photo's a bit too big, you can snip that down into size. So I've got my little photo all ready and done. Now she says all ready and done, but I've actually got another one as well.
Oh, that's just from the other day.
The other day, yes, at CTV, our lovely Liam printed it out for me. He did. Bless his little heart. I am going to line the two up together though, Craig. So I'm going to come in and line these two up together, and I'm going to put that photo back in. And again, this is lovely as well. Do you know, instead of having to use photo glue and things like that.
Well, I was away to say that,
yeah.
Debbie. Yeah, because maybe you like to use, when it comes to memory books, scrapbook pages, of course, we'll always encourage you use the original. Now, we totally get many of you don't use the original, understand that. But if you do, although you get acid and lignin-free adhesive, some of ours are, sometimes you just don't feel comfortable sticking them down. Here you go, use this punch and that's it.
Yep, and you've got your two photos already in there. Debbie, you daft devil. I knew I was doing something wrong. I'm thinking, why won't that go in there? There we go. There we are. So I can line both up. I'm thinking, Debbie, it's not sitting straight. Why is it not sitting straight? That's why I did the bigger piece, Debbie. Come on, girl. I know it's getting late, 7:20 at night, but surely you can't remember. Well, how can I forget what I did? There you go. 2 lovely pictures ready to go on my scrapbook
Debbie,
page. So that's coming together. Now, got a little strip. And this actually measures just over 8 inches. So do you know what we're going to do?
Okay.
We're going to remove the bottom. So you're going to remove the bottom, slide that out, disconnect it. So now what we're going to do is we are going to create a rotating or a pattern. And I'm going to start at the top with this one. So I'm just going to punch. And then again, all you do is turn it around on itself, line that up. And I'm going with a deco fan with this one. Line, so do you know like a zig, so like a W, line it up against each other and it cuts out the full cut out. So you're just going to turn that round. And like I said, if that is too difficult for you to do, line it up, push it, turn it around, hold it into place, and then just push that down until you're comfortable. So it doesn't matter which way around you do it. I find it easier to turn it in on itself. Just line up that little V with the other V to create that W, so it creates that full cut-out pattern each and every single time. So you're creating a nice little decorative border all the way along that piece. And again, you could do that on both sides. I'll go right to the very end with that one, and I'll take that one, bring that back in, and make sure I line that up. Difficult with these like that. There we go, I can see now. You have to make sure you've got that light in the right place. So again, if you've left a little area in, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. Grab your scissors. And don't, do you know what, this is what I say, well, I used to, because my daughter always used to say, Mum, it's a piece of card, what are you getting worked up about? And I'm just, she would really right, and she, well, yeah, precisely, she don't get it, does she, Nick? But I used to sit there and get really frustrated. So I'll move that away, and you've got this lovely little patterned edge as well that's going to go in there. So let's bring my scrapbook page in. Using those punches, we are going to line up. I'm going to use a bit of wet glue for this, though. Oh, she says now. Oh, no. Stick to the original. Isn't it awful when you've got to choose a pattern, Craig?
Choose which one you want to go
Choose
for.
which one, because they're both gorgeous.
They are.
Honestly, both gorgeous. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to line that one in on itself. We're going to pop that down like so. Let me just make sure I've got to do it upwards, Craig. So I have to look at things, I say by eye, but I do mean it. I have to put it up in front of my face so I can see if I've got it lined straight. Especially it's difficult to see on the camera. Although I could use this area as my eyes, I still have to physically pick it up and look at it.
Yeah, I get
absolutely. So I'm just going to line these. So I've already got that one lined up, so I'm going to come in and line up this one now. So I'm going to pop that in. Now, you know, scrapbook pages, Craig, can be any composition. You can add anything into there. I'm just using a couple of the borders, but you can absolutely use the entirety of your punches to create lots of different mats, lots of different layers, and create some really nice features in there. I've got my couple of photos that we're going to pop onto there as well, and I'm going to you know, move them around a little bit. But before I put that down, I've already cut one of these to straight, and again, I'm going to tuck it underneath. Now, before I attach that, I'm going to tuck it on, and then I'm going to trim it down. So again, let's just come in with, I'll do it on that side. I'll put my strip down here. I'm going to attach the two.
They're saying in the gallery, Debbie, demo of the day.
I'll get them too, do you know?
Yeah, they're saying it's going
to
be
be
demo of the day.
Now, you don't know that, guys. You don't know that because you haven't seen what I've got lined up for the rest of it. You know, I've got other things lined up. She's a comic. She does make me laugh, she does. But can you see now, just have a play around with it. And of course, I can do my other side as well. So let's come in and pop a little strip just down there as well. So let's come in and pop another little panel on. It's just little interest panels, isn't it, that we're doing. And again, I'm just going to pop that down, and then I'm just going to trim off that end. Like, in fact, Debbie, just...
And this is where it's kind of referring back to something I'd said before. So, you know, not too sure about stores in America, but here in the UK, you know, Hobbycraft, The Range, these stores where you've got the great big sheets of coloured papers that you can get. So instead of being left with a border die that's maybe 8 inch and that's as high as you can go with it, with that one, if you got the lot, you know, if you, not that you're going to have an infinity length piece of cardstock, but, you know, in theory, you could just keep punching and punching all the way along and keep on going.
Yeah, you can, absolutely. Now, I've just added a few little elements, so this is what I do whenever I'm doing a scrapbook page. I choose how I want, I lay it down beforehand before I actually pop it down into my page. But I love making scrapbook pages. I've got, I tell you, I probably could fill my book now, because I have been saying that I will show you my scrapbook when it's finished. I'm getting close to actually finishing it now, because I've been doing loads of late. And it's all, you know, it's composition. Do you want it straight? Do you want it on a little bit of a Katie corner? Do you want it on an angle? I'm going to have a little slight angle, because I'm going to have my photos on there. But it's about adding a little bit of interest. I've taken some elements from, well, I mean, it were meant for this. Recognise where these are from, Craig?
Oh, Sent with Love.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, absolutely. Now then, what have you done? Oh, there it is. Well, you'll recognise this one because Friends is one of our lovely sentiments on there. I'm not going to put my little love art on back to front, but what I am going to do is just add it into my piece. And I do love this, the Sent with Love. I mean, I know that I'm going to use that a heck of a lot, Craig, a heck of a lot. So I'm going to pop that in that top corner. I'm going to have that sat. Now, of course, you can add a bit of texture because you could use your foam pads and things like that, but I want it to fit into a scrapbook neatly, so I'm going to kind of lay it flat. And I'm going to pop that onto the inside bit. I'm going to come in with, I'll use my tape pen again to create my Friends in this corner. And I just add that onto that bottom. And again, we're going to put make friends make the world a better place, because they absolutely do. You certainly do, young man. Pop that onto there. Where's my little love heart? Going to add my little love heart into that corner to create. Oh, actually, that's gone a little bit too close. Let me just move that to one side. There we go. And then I'm going to also pop on there another little sentiment. You mean the world to me, because that's, you know, a scrapbook page should be all about adding lots of things onto there.
Definitely.
And then again, I'm going to come in now and I might just, let's have a little look. Let's place. I think I'm.
Page.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? You can. Yeah, you've made it into my book, Craig. Because you, Nicola, you made it into my book. Yep. But it is all about having a little play. Some of my favourite photos, actually.
Funny enough, I know that one with me in the yellow we just took there the other day there, but it's got to be one of my favourites as well.
Yeah,
of
it's just absolutely fabulous. And then I'm going to pop on there, you mean the world to moi. And where can we put that? Tuck that up at the top. Yeah, let's go into that top corner. Hide that on that top corner. And then finish that off. Well, of course. Just got to put a gem or two on there.
Oh, got to.
Oh, actually, shall I put a pearl on there? Ooh.
Decisions.
No.
Gems or pearls?
Yeah,
We've got one way to find out.
Gems.
Pearls.
Oh!
Pearls or gems? Oh, no, I was only saying pearls because they're saying it in my ear in a Scottish accent. Well, half Scottish, half whatever.
Half Scottish? You're half Scottish, half what?
I don't know. Their Scottish accent is like half Scottish, half
Bless their
Irish,
little hearts.
half Welsh, half Texan, half Norwegian.
I love listening to them trying to do the accents. I love how they do things. I'm just going to move that little place onto there. But again, you can be taking all of these pieces, these corner punches, using the photo corner, using little elements that you might have from your sentiments, and create with your papers some beautiful, beautiful papers. So honestly, I absolutely cannot tell you what a pleasure it has been bringing these to you, and I'm still not done because I'm still going to show you some more, but showing you some different ideas. We've done a gift bag. We've done a usual way of using the punches by taking it from a corner punch and removing the bottom bit off to create that elongated piece, because that's what you can do with these fabulous, fabulous, fabulous punches. Can you tell?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you can tell. But I adore them. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits to have been launching them up here, I can't tell you. Yeah. And I know, Craig, you're hoping and praying that there's still some around for Sunday. So you can have it. I'm not so sure. I actually don't think the showstopper will be.
I don't think the show. I think just the punches on their own.
Yeah.
I think they might be. If you're wanting the showstopper, I'm not sure about the showstopper. No.
And can I just show you how easy it is to put the bottom back in as well? So all you're going to do is remember that these two outer pieces slip into this first part, and that bottom piece goes underneath, and it slips back in so that you've got your corner punch, and it's back to being a corner punch again, ready for you to go.
Perfect. Kim Martin on Facebook, welcome to the Crafters TV family. Although I'm glad you found us, you did find us in an unfortunate way, unfortunately. I broke my leg and found Crafters TV. I've been watching for weeks now. Next week I can finally get into my craft room. There is a number of boxes to unpack from Crafters Companion. I cannot wait to get back to crafting. Thank you all for all the new ideas. You are more than welcome. What I would say between now and when you're able to get back into your craft room, as well as the live shows, remember we're into the weekend from tomorrow where we are back to our 2-hour live shows 3 times throughout each day. Go on to YouTube. Go into YouTube. Just go and create your playlist or just sit there and watch show after show after show. We've all got there. If you want to go into Debbie's shows, if you want to go into mine, if you want to go into Jan's, just to say she's back tomorrow as well. You can do all that. Get lots of ideas and inspiration. We've got Jill Lucas is saying, I am on... When did that go down to 35? 35 remaining. 35 remaining. Oh, gosh, took me by surprise there. I was going through the comments. Right, OK, I'm going to go back to the comments just in a minute because I don't want anyone to miss out of these ones here. 35 remaining. That is 35 remaining of today's stock of the showstopper deal. So what we've got from the showstopper deal is what we've got today. There is a good chance, high possibility, probably, it's going to sell out today. Now, the actual collection of just the punches on their own, we'll probably still have them in stock, although we don't have great quantities of them. So if that's the case, thankfully, I'll still be able to have a look at them when it comes to Second Chance Sunday. But if you're wanting that showstopper collection where you're going to be getting the 7-piece, so that is your actual punches. So you're going to be getting 7 of your punches. 6 of them are your decorative corners, and 1 of them, it is 1 punch, but it gives you 3 different sized corners that you can punch into your card and paper. You're getting your 6x6 paper pad. This is your Sarah signature Say It With Flowers paper pad, double-sided. You're getting that. You're also going to be getting your Centura Pearl. That's your precious gold. It's still A4. It's still 310 GSM exceptional. That's included. And then you're going to be getting your luxury carnival cardstock as well. You've got an array of colours there. You've got an array of shedless glitter card, mirror. You've got satin in there as well. That's all included. You're getting all of that for £55 or $75. Don't forget, you guys, Central Europe, you just need to go to .eu to find your prices in euros. If you are a platinum member, that's going to come down to £44 or $60. What I would say, I'm just wondering, Georgie, are we able to put the details up of just the punches? Because I just want to show you the difference in the value, why so many of you are going with that showstopper deal. Because you can just go for the punches on their own if you want. So you're going to get the 7 punches, 6 decorative corners, 1 of them is still that 3-in-1. £40 or $50. Your platinum comes down at £32 or $40. Do you know what? That itself is great. That's exceptional. You might be saying, Craig, Debbie, I've got all the cardstock in the world. I don't really need another paper pad. I just want the punches. Great, perfect. There you go. However, if we do go back to that showstopper collection where you're getting all of that for £55 or $75, it actually works out that you are going to be getting your cardstock, your luxury linen, luxury carnival cardstock. You're getting your pearlescent gold, and then you're also going to get your pattern paper. That one there, you're then going to be getting for £20 or $30. That is why so many of you have gone for that showstopper collection. Platinum, however, is £44, $60. We're going to go back to Debbie just in a moment, but Jessica's saying, I love that scrapbook page. That is just beautiful, Debbie. That's Hayley. Ralph is saying. Miriam is saying, love this, Debbie. Sweep Imp is saying, that's fantastic. Miriam, Kim, Mary Pat 1000, Jill Lucas, we've got Crafty Vera, and Darlene Dent is saying, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, that demo that Debbie's just done. Darlene is saying, 2 of my favourite people on this beautiful scrapbook page, Beautiful. That's really, really kind of you to say. But yeah, all the love for everything that Debbie's been showing. Do have a couple of mentions for you, because you might want to incorporate these maybe in the centrepiece of one of the corner punched frames that you're going to create. This is your outline die selection. Now this one here, I'm just going to clarify this. 7 dies in total. So you're getting everything I'm away to show you. Look at your today's price. £6.99 or $8.99. This is working out, you're buying one, you're getting 2 for free. I wish I could go into Asda or Tesco's or Morrison's or anything like that and, you know, get Coca-Cola or, you know, my bread or my milk, and they'd say, well, I don't really drink a lot of milk, but do you know what I mean? You don't tend to see that. Maybe a buy one, get one. Never do you get your buy one, you're getting 2 for free. So you're going to be getting your blooming botanicals. You're also going to be getting your simple sprigs. And then you're also going to be getting your pretty posies. Platinum price comes down to £5.59 or $7.19. Then one of my all-time favourite sentiment collections. This is the layerable, cuttable sentiment collection. 36 dies in total. You're going to cut each layer out individually and layer them up on top of each other. So they work well together, but you'll be able to use a lot of these as standalone. $9.58 or $11.94 for everything I'm away to show you. Look at your platinum price, $7.66 or $9.55, again for everything I'm away to show you. When I say everything, it's not just everything on this board, it's everything I'm showing you. 70% saving on that today's price. You have then got your You Make My Heart Happy. You have got Home Is Where the Heart Is. You've got Thanks a Bunch. And you have also got Hip Hip. Hey, I wasn't sure if the guys in the gallery were going to do that, but they did. All of that is what you're going to be getting. Incredible saving there. Platinum price, $7.66 or $9.55. Them, the punches, cardstock, the embossing folders, edgeables, all there are on the website. Go into Shop the Day. You'll see everything that Debbie's been using and featured all on that shoptheday.co.uk.com.au. But Debbie, it's over to you.
Thank you. I think that was an amazing deal, actually. Yeah. I'm just going to say, mind-blowing deal. Look at that price.
I know, eh?
That is crazy pricing. Crazy pricing. It's almost like we're giving them away, to be fair. Shall we use the fleur-de-lis? Fleur-de-lis.
Let's do it.
And I'm going to remove the bottom yet again. So again, simply slide that off and just slide that off. That creates the removable bottom. And I've got a little bit of scrap paper that I am just going to do a little bit of punching. Let's turn it over onto the stripy bits. And when I said about taking it up to the top, take it up to the top and create yourself your first little piece. And all I'm going to do is remove from both sides, and you'll see that it doesn't matter which side you, like somebody asked us that question earlier, it does not matter which side you are doing it from, because it doesn't bevel any edges or put any little embossed edges in, so it really doesn't matter. Just make it a bit easy for yourself and slide that down and create your little panel for these sides. Have you heard Nick? You can tell it's getting late.
I know,
She's starting to sing in our ears.
She's singing in our ears.
She's singing away in our ears. But again, absolutely super easy to do. And honestly, it doesn't matter. Has George started now? Has he started? So again, and I'll just bring in a piece of white card so you can see how you can create your lovely little panels for literally a box. That's my box base. That's going to be the box lid that you're going to then pop on, and then you can measure it down. So in terms of taking your measurements, you can get a little pencil. Let me just find my pencil, Craig, just for a second. I know it's in. Oh, who's been nicking my pencils? There we go. And then coming in and then just snipping, take your little guillotine. And I prefer this bit to do it at a larger piece and then cut down. Just in case you go a little bit tad wrong. But take that on and then, what was that?
They're just taking the mick out of me because I may have broke one of our guillotines.
Bless your little heart. Bless your little heart. Now, depending on where you want to hang this from your tabs, Yes, tabs.
Yeah.
You can have it higher or you can make them a little bit lower as well. So that's my box lid, but I've done that 4 times. And the only difference that I've done here, Craig, is I've added a little bit of ink onto the end. It's a little bit of fuchsia, actually, just on top of this pink part.
Is that right?
Uh-oh, I might have known.
That joke is so old, Nicola.
I just might have known. Back to the fuchsia.
Yeah.
I mean... Are they having a little argument in our ears there, Craig?
Yeah, well, she was aiming some verbal, you know, fun, cheeky banter abuse at me, but then instead of saying Craig, she said George by mistake. So that's now started between the two of them in the gallery. Yes. Can I just say as well, for clarification, Nicola, that is not a Ben joke. That is a Craig joke. That back to the fuchsia.
Oh, throw some shade. Whoo, throw some shade.
That's
Was
my
it your
joke? That's my, yeah.
Did you come up with that yourself?
Yeah, I have been doing it for months.
Wow. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a Ben original.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he has got some dad jokes.
Yeah.
Some proper dad jokes,
Proper
hasn't he?
dad jokes.
Proper dad jokes. It does make me laugh, though. Although I told him one other day, I had to read it out because I had to write it down because I'm one of those that can take a joke but forget it instantly.
I think I'm going to remember it and then I just forget.
Exactly. And I know, I'd have to read them out again, George. I'd have to get my phone out because I tell you, I just can't remember for the love of the money what it is. Now, that is my box. Now, my box actual lid, actually, I'll tell you what I do with mine when I want to have a little bit of a difference from my box bottom and my box top. I take the cardstock at the same piece of cardstock and I measure that at 7 by 7 and I come in. She's telling us things in our ear. I will just say, if something I said earlier came out wrong, I do apologise.
It was chips, just to make sure.
I did say yes.
Cheap
I did
as
say
chips. You did say
chips. Oh, it don't sound like it did. Oh, I do apologise if someone misheard what I said. It was definitely. Did I say chips?
You definitely
said chips. What we're talking about chips for?
Cheap as chips.
Oh, cheap as.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. Now I get it.
Now you get
now I get the giggle in my ears.
Yes.
Yes, it definitely was.
Definitely.
Cheap as chips. And not what maybe
they thought
have heard.
You said.
Yes.
Good
Thank
hearing
you for
if
clearing
that's
that
the
up.
case, but it wasn't what you heard.
Thanks for clearing that up, Craig.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I'll talk about that box base again. Always start with the same piece of cardstock. So 2 7 by 7s is what I started with. 1 in black, 1 in white. And I've measured it round and I've given it a 1 3/4 inch base bottom. Now, to come back into this piece, all I've done is taken, and it depends on the size, but I've gone down to, 1 1/4 inches. So I've taken basically, let's have a little look. How much have I taken off? 1/2 inch? Yeah, take about 1/2 inch off. And it just means that I've now got a smaller base. And I've deliberately popped this one where it hangs over, so it gives it a little bit of a feature as well. So I'm going to pop that together, and I'm going to pop that together, and then we're going to decorate the box. However, we're going to come back in. I've already stamped my little image onto a small piece of cardstock. We'll take one of my corner punches again. And I did say right back at the very beginning, it does not matter what size your cardstock is. You can definitely go in with small pieces and create this lovely little feature. So it doesn't matter whether it be a big piece of cardstock, a little piece of cardstock, it will do exactly the same. Shall we go in? Yeah, let's go into all 4 sides. Why not? We're getting towards the end of the day. Let's go in for a little bit.
You said earlier on, I can't remember what you were talking about, Debbie, but you said something like, it's a cracker or something like that, and it made me think, if you make your own crackers towards Christmas time, okay, they're not necessarily Christmas themed, but I've got a set of, like, make your own, like, they were pre-made kind of crackers. You just start to manipulate them, decorate them and that. So they're good for little baby gifts or that. You theme them baby colours. Start to use them on the edge of the crackers.
Exactly, and, you know, you absolutely can, Craig. So again, all I'm doing is take a square piece of cardstock, cardstock, and it's exactly the same. There's no, and like I said, if you want to practice before you go onto a piece of pattern cardstock, absolutely take a scrap piece of paper, and then just continue to pop that piece all the way around and line that up so that you're getting this lovely feature where we're going to be getting a square out of there in a second. But I'm fairly confident in doing this now because I've done it a few times. So just practice, have a little practice, have a little play. And you can start to see I'm forming a bit of a square panel here just by taking a square piece to start with and then coming in and following that piece all the way around to create a square mat. So it literally is as easy as that, Craig. Okay. And again, just have a look. Honestly, I want you to get these home and have a play with them to create lots of different ways of being able to use your fabulous punches and create your little mats that will then sit into the middle of your piece. And that was very easy to achieve. And the only difference again that I've done to bring it in line is I've inked around the edges. So I've got my little panel that's going to sit in the centre. I've got this piece now, so I'm going to come in. I am going to use my dotty tape pen just around the filigree part, but it's so easy to achieve those looks. And that square actually started life as 4x4 because I know that this is a 4x4 piece, but once you've chopped into it with your design, you absolutely have got all this lovely area to be able to play with. And think about that when you are using your piece, your punch. And I'm just going to pop a little sentiment there in the centre, and let's go in with a little bit of a corner piece.
I love how this has come together.
Yeah. Again, there's, you know, I did say to you at the beginning of the day, I mean, how do you use a punch? What is it that you're going to do? Now, we've called them the corner punch and the decorative punches, but there's so much you can do with them. Yeah, absolutely, so much you can do with them. And why never take it for granted that if you are starting out on your crafting journey, machines a bit out of your price pocket, don't take it, take it for granted that you can't do all these things. You absolutely can with the right tools. And this is one of those right tools. And, oh, bless Nick. Yes, we do. We give lots of tuition. You're not only going to get my take on these, you're going to get Craig's take on them, you're going to get Corin's take on them, you're going to get Jan's, you're going to get every single one of us, depending on how much that we've got. Hey, I reckon there'll be a craft along with this. I reckon there'll be a craft along with this as well. And this is when we can take it to this step. I think I've explained fairly easy on how to create these panels. I'm hoping I have. I'm hoping I've achieved.
You have absolutely crystal clearly explained every way that you've demonstrated them, Debbie.
Thank you. And then you've got your cute little box. And with that little overhang as well, it just gives it a right nice little feature around the outskirts of your box. And like I said, doesn't matter if you haven't got a die cutting machine, you've got a set of punches that you can create these beautiful panels with ease. I mean, come on, Craig. Seriously, absolutely fabulous. Do you know what, though? I've looked at the time. I'm going to have to line up my projects for today because we've got to do this and then we've got to do another vote. So if you give me a second,
of course I can.
I'm going to save my little panels because I'm not going to waste a single thing. I'll get ready for that.
Do that.
And then we'll line that up and then we can do that show, demo of the show, we can do demo of the day, and if we can, we'll squeeze one more in to show you again the versatility of these fabulous punches.
Definitely, yes, let's do that. We have got Collins Corey R on Facebook is saying, order these punches because corner punches are hard for me to find and I can put them with my collection. I used punches before I bought my Gemini. They're going to work hand in hand together. They're going to work so well together. Lynn Borton is saying, hi from Glasgow. Sorry I'm late to the party. Don't apologise, but don't forget, you can always go back afterwards and rewatch today, or at least this show, if this is the only one that you've missed across on our YouTube. We've got, so as Susie saying, I love the fleur-de-lis punch. Fleur-de-lis is very New Orleans. Yeah, you're right, actually, isn't it? It is. It's got that style to it. Sarah on YouTube is saying, hello Craig, oh my goodness, those blooming botanical outline dies are one of my favourite dies. I was creating with them last night. Wow, there you go. See, but if you've got them in the past, you're still using them today, of course. If you've not got them, perfect opportunity to get them. Sweet Imp on YouTube is saying, a few weeks ago, Craig said web instead of website. Yes, you're right. Thanks for bringing that one up, but I did. Yes, slip of the tongue. It goes to show we literally are live. We're not like anywhere else where we've got a 2-second delay or a 3-second delay or anything like that. What we say goes straight out. No bleep button, nothing. Faye Smith is saying so many ways to use these punches. Collins Corey is saying, I love all Debbie's demos. Carletta's saying how pretty that was. Jessica's saying the same. Hayley's saying the same. Lois is saying the same. Mary Pat 1000s is saying the same. Michelle Knit4U is saying, this is the cutest box I have ever seen. I'm going to say the same. I'm going to say the same. Right, because we've got demo of the day to do as well. So let's have a look at demo of the show and see these absolutely epic demos that Debbie's just done.
Thank you. Do you know, that means the world. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Coming from you, that means absolutely the world. What I've tried to show you is that it's not just a round edge corner punch, it's not just a decorative punch for the corners. What I've tried to show you is an array of using them to get creative in terms of your gift bags. So that was number 1, where we used the gift bag, including our little tag that we attached on there. So number 1. Then we moved on to a little bit of fancy fun with our card making. So number 2. Using it in a different way, so that's number 2. Number 3, we brought it into the scrapbooklet world, so using practically every punch there. So 3, and then number 4 is that cute little box as well. So I think this is going to be a tough one because it's not as easy or as you think it is. This is number 4, this is number 3, this is number 2, and this is number 1. You decide.
Yeah, I love them all. Usually I would say I could not choose if I was you. I am going to be choosing seeing that scrapbook page because it just, you know, means the actual world when I see Debbie do things like that. But any of them could absolutely win demo of the show, that is for sure. Right, we're going to have a look at some little word dies that would work really, really well with the cards or the projects that you're then going to create with the punches. Maybe you just want to have them within your stash. And that's expression die selection. Now, you've got 22 dies in total. These come with an outline die, £25 or $36. I'm going to crouch down for this because they are nice and diddy, but that is perfect for so many little projects that you want to do, or just because sentiment. So you're getting everything that I'm showing you, £25 or $36. That's a saving of over 15%. You're invited with sympathy. You've also got Mr. and Mrs. But then again, that could be Mr. and Mr. or Mrs. and Mrs. Okay, you can't use the outline die because it won't fit, but it doesn't matter. The actual Mr. and Mrs. die you could use together. Thinking of you. You've then got special friend. You've then got thank you. You've also got good luck. You've also got anniversary. You've also got with love. You've then got new home. And then you've also got congratulations and celebrations. So all of these, so that is giving you, so that's giving you 11 of the sentiment dies, and then that's giving you 11 of the outline dies that are going to work in conjunction. Now, they work in conjunction with each other, of course. You might just only want to use that sentiment die. Of course, you can do. It's up to you. But platinum price comes down to £20 or $28.80. Think of that little box that Debbie's just made. One of those little sentiments, either on the edge, at the side, or a little tab. And then, of course, that bottom of that tag, you can then do one of the little punches as well to tie it all together. But that's your expression dies, 22 dies in total. £25 is today's price, or $36. That's giving you a saving of 15%. Let's go back and have a look. It's all been about the showstopper. This is a 7-piece corner punch showstopper deal. £55, $75. That's going to be giving you your 7 punches. So you've got your 6 decorative corner punches, and then within this one here, it is 1 punch, but it's a 3-in-1 because it gives you 3 different sized corners for the corners of your cardstock, your pattern papers, your card blanks. Not only that, you're going to be getting your 6x6 pattern paper. It's double-sided, 36 sheets in there. It's from a Sarah signature. Say it with flowers. That's in the showstopper. Not only that, we are giving you your precious golds. Now, when it comes to the precious golds, you are going to be getting your 36 sheets of A4. Now, within that one, you are getting 310 GSM with each of these ones. perfect, you can punch with them. But then what we've got as well down at the bottom, the luxury cardstock. It's the carnival. You've got your shedless glitter. You've then got your mirror. You've got your satin as well. You're getting all of that included when it comes to the showstopper deal. All of that together comes at that incredible today's price, launch day price of £55 or $75. You're saving straight off the bat at £26.90 or $34.54. But if you're platinum, of course, we don't want you to pay that. That then means, of course, that comes down to £44 or $60. Or I should say as well, and I was wrong in not mentioning earlier on when we seen that VT with Sarah, you've maybe not purchased from us before. If you are going to, then of course, join Club Inspire, free to join. Your very first order, you'll get 20% off. If that's the case, this could be your very first order on Crafters TV. You're then going to get that at £44 or $60. Perfect. What a way to kickstart your crafting journey, your punch journey. These are, as I said earlier on, it's not necessarily reinventing the wheel. This is just bringing them up to 2023. But maybe you've not necessarily been crafting long enough that you remember or have any of the other punches in the past. These might be brand new, something brand new to you, but you've got that incredible. When did that jump down to 27? 27 left of that showstopper deal. If you do want to go for just the actual punches, check out the website. They are there, of course, for you to shop ahead. However, if you 25, we are about
I know, I'm just thinking, yeah, I can't believe that.
Away from our last live show of the day. You'll always find as well, everyone checks out their basket during breaks or after the show. We are going 8 o'clock here in the UK, so what is that, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we've got 4 hours before the end of the day. Some part of the world are only opening up. Some parts of the world, it's only afternoon time, so that's definitely going to be a sellout. We will still have the actual punches, the 7-piece punch set, but as for that showstopper, if we still have any left tomorrow morning, do you know what? I would be absolutely flabbergasted if we do. But let's have a look and do demo of the day. No, show. Jumping ahead there. Demo of the show. It goes straight into, in an absolute landslide, Susie said number 3.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go, dropping over. I think we've had a bit too much already, Craig.
Is that not 4? Oh no, that is.
That was number 3, yes. Yeah. So, what I'm going to say then is, can we grab hold of, because I think you may have got both of them over there.
Yes.
Fabulous, thank you.
Do you want me to bring it across to you?
Come on then, let's do it over here. Yeah, let's do it over here. So, we'll do demo of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I couldn't remember then. Right, going back to number 1 was the gift box using... can you see I've got a bit of purple theme? I'm so sorry, I've had a bit of a purple theme today. Number 1 was this gorgeous gift box using those fabulous punches and those decorative punches. Number 2 was from our Back to Basics with our lovely edibles, so that's number 2. And then number 3 is the scrapbook page. Debbie, couldn't remember the name of it then. Using our lovely Craig as my inspiration for my scrapbook, because he's going in there for sure.
Ah, gosh,
so,
I know we're not even
1,
at
2
the
or
end of the
3,
show.
you decide.
Up to you, for sure. Dana Walter Hill on Facebook saying, I keep imagining using these punches edges on vellum corners. Wow. Oh, wedding invites. Oh my gosh, Debbie, what a great idea. Jeffrey Langley on Facebook said, Debbie, you have done a most outstanding job demoing these punches. It's much appreciated. I completely agree with you. Jill Lucas on YouTube is saying the corner punches showstopper is an incredible deal. And then we've got Vicky Butterfield on YouTube is saying the makes have been incredible today. So many new ideas and top tips. Thank you so much, Debbie, and thank you to Craig. There's Debbie. All I was doing is just giving you the information. It's all Debbie showing you everything that you can be doing with them. Right, before we get the result in, we are still on Friday, which means you can then shop ahead on our website and have a look at our Fiver Friday deals. That means that we've got a selection of deals. Each item is going to be a fiver, whether it's £1, $1 or €5, that is. It is there on the website as well. 1st of March to 5th of March, you can take advantage of 10% off Spectrum Noir tools. You'll see it crystal clear when it comes up on our website as well. Click on there, have a look to see what may take your fancy. If you want to stock up on some Spectrum Noir pens, check out Corin and Jan tomorrow, and then Corin and myself Sunday, where Saturday and Sunday we are going to have a 3 for 2 when it comes to some of our Spectrum Noir pens as well. And then while you're there, you might want to be buying a gift card for someone. If you do, then we will give you a £5 back onto your account for you to spend. So all you need to do is just wait on that email coming through for you to click onto, and then that will be activated onto your account. So keep that one in mind as well. And as we have been featuring, of course, all throughout the day, our Club Inspire, we focus on platinum price. I'm going to tell you right now, we may have something that's going to be running all weekend as well, kickstarting once again, as I say, with Corin and Jan, which is all about Club Inspire, where you guys are going to be getting, well, a lovely incentive benefit as well. It doesn't matter what platform you are on, you may find you get a little bit of an extra discount. But make sure you tune in tomorrow, and Corin's going to tell you all about it. Right, we're still just waiting on that one, so we're going to keep these ones coming in. 20 left of that Showstopper collection. If you thought a punch was a punch, well, by God Almighty, your mind will have been blown and changed today, that is for sure. You can do so many things, that is it, not just for corners. If you are going to be using them for all your memory book, scrapbook pages, absolutely perfect. Maybe you just want to take that harsh corner away from your card pattern paper. You can do that with the corners as well. No longer have you got all these different corner punches, you've got that 3 in the 1, but an exceptional price of that today's price, $55 or $75. If you are platinum, it's £44 or $60. And here we go in another landslide, Debbie. Demo of the day for Debbie goes to number 3.
I had it in my hands already because I had a feeling you were when you said that. But, do you know, the thing is I've tried to show you lots of different ways. I'm hoping you share that same passion when you get them home, and you can create lots of different styles, lots of different ways. I can't wait to see what Craig's take is. That Showstopper deal probably won't be around,
no,
Craig.
I don't know.
I don't think it will. We'll probably still have some, we might have some, we'll have the smaller bundle.
I think we'll have the bundle.
We might have the smaller bundle, but the Showstopper deal possibly will not be around for there. But these are absolutely fantastic punches. I will tell you, you have got light portable. They're small but mighty. They pack that punch. You've got that, you know, the corner part of it, the decorative piece. You've got the extendable where you can release the waste, and then as well also hold your larger pieces of cardstock into there, as well as removing it so that you can create those different styles. No longer do you need 2 or 3 punches to create. You've got it all in the one. And of course that fabulous 3-in-1 round corner piece as well. It is sensational. I'm so pleased you've loved it. So pleased you've got some inspiration from it, because it makes my day when I hear that. And thank you very much for the lovely vote on my scrapbook page. Although, Craig, you've got to promise me I'll get it back, because that's the only problem. I had this in mind, and now I was going to take it on, put it in my scrapbook page, and I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wait till the end of the week to see whether or not I can get it back or not. But thank you. I'm so pleased you've enjoyed it. I am now away. You are. Because I'm off down south. I've got Hobby Maker tomorrow. And then I'm back up here on Thursday, so I'll see you then.
Drive safe.
Thank you very much.
Love you to bits.
Thank you very much.
We've had a brilliant day. We'll have a lot of fun with George and Nicola as well, but honestly, these guys are the absolute best. They really, really are. Jake as well, who I've not seen, and that is because he literally is just next door, busy beavering away over the weekend, getting it all set up. So thank you to Jake as well. Rachel earlier on, Susie as well. Absolute dream having you guys helping us out. I am taking a little day off tomorrow. However, I will be back, as I was saying, with Corin. I will be back on Debbie's side, where we're going to be having a look at a first look, where we're going to be brightening your life with something very, very colourful. We're going to have a masterclass when it comes to our Ultimate Pro, and then we're going to go in for that Second Chance Sunday as well. Looking forward to seeing Corin again. It's going to be great. Have a lovely rest of the night, have a lovely rest of the day, have a lovely weekend. I'll see you on Sunday on Crafters TV. See ya.